الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the Lord of the world, we thank Him, we adore Him, we glorify His holy name for His mercy and blessing on us. We seek for His mercy and blessing on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May His peace and blessing continue to be upon His household, His companions, and all the Muslims to the day of Qiyamah. Inshallah, our class continues today. Yesterday, we actually started to talk about the trials that prophethood passed through. So we started the story of prophethood. So inshallah, today we start the story properly. And we will examine some of the trials Prophet Nuh experienced in the hand of his subjects, those whom Allah sent him to. Prophethood was sent to the tribe or to the people called Ad. So, people of Ad, like we mentioned yesterday, that between Nuh and Ibrahim, there are 10 good generations. And Ad, which is the name of the grandfather or the forefather of this group of people Allah sent prophethood to. So he happened to be the 5th generation from Prophet Nuh. In other words, from Prophet Nuh to Ad, the name by which the tribe are known. So we count 5 different generations or 5 forefathers. So we have Nuh himself, we have Sam, we have Aram, and we have Aus, and we have Ad. So the Ad is actually the great grandfather of these people, and it is by name this tribe are called. And they happen to slip into error, like we mentioned that the moral degradations and decadence it creep into their society, and when this happened, it became necessary for Allah to send a messenger to them as usual, and Allah sent prophethood. Prophethood is also 4th generation from Ad. Like we said, Ad is 5th generation from Nuh, then prophethood himself. So we count 4th generation from Ad, that is their forefather, from whose name the tribe is known. So in other words, the 4th generation from Ad is Hud. So these people, Allah blessed them with a number of quality and characteristics. One of them is their stature, the nature which Allah gave them. They were giant and they are well built. They are physically giant, they were towering people. And also, Allah gave them wealth. They have wealth and they have military power. Not only that, they have many resources at their disposal. They have skills of agriculture, they practice agriculture, and many other civilizations of that time. So this particular quality and favor of Allah on them, it went into their head and they became arrogant. Like Allah mentioned, Allah said, فَأَمَّا آدٌ فَاسْتَكْبَرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بِغَيْرِ الْحَقِّ وَقَالُوا مَنْ أَشَدُّ مِنَّا قُوَّةً أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّ اللَّهَ الَّذِي خَلَقَهُمْ هُوَ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ قُوَّةً. So the power, the resources, the wealth. So when Allah gives wealth to people, the expectation is that you should use it as a service or to serve mankind or to serve Allah. So whenever Allah gives you any favor, the reason why Allah gives you is actually to serve or to use it for the service of Allah and His creature. But these people, instead of using the resources Allah gives them, instead of using the nature, the beauty Allah gives them, instead of using their military might, instead of using the resources and everything Allah has blessed them with for service to mankind, to humanity and Allah, they use it as a means of dominance. And that is why they can boast that who is more powerful than. And of course, they dominated all people around them, all neighboring countries around them are dominated by these people. And everybody fear them. Nobody dare cross their path. Nobody dare challenge them. Of course, they are well built. So, and they engage in what? In shirk, in kufr. Like we mentioned yesterday, they practice 3 idols. They have 3 idols which they worship. They idolize 3 particular idols. And this is also mankind, human being like them. Like we mentioned, people of Nuh, that 5 different individuals were also idolized. So the same thing, these people, they idolize 3 idols and they worship it, they take them as means of worship. So their arrogance and their shirk, their kufru, it went so far and it go beyond limit that it was necessary for them to receive a message from Allah. So Allah sent Prophet Hud to them. Prophet Hud, as usual, he called them to the path of Allah. He called them like the manner of prophet and messenger of Allah. So each time he called them, like we mentioned yesterday, they always reject. They don't listen. So he get to a point that they started to call him by different names. So they said, Allah will not send a woman being to them. They said, he is not from Allah, it's not Allah that sent them. So later on they changed the tactics. They said, if Allah has wished to send message to us, Allah will not have sent you that is lowly among us. They said Prophet Hud is lowly among them. And you know, like we said, that the structure of the society at that time was that there will be king and there will be subject. So those who belong to the royal house or to the royal family or the ruling house, they consider to be the elites and also the staffs, the council of the king. So they consider them to be elites. Any people different from those ones, they are what? To them, you are lowly. So they classify Prophet Hud to be lowly. So whenever I call them, so they look at them that we are the ruling class, we that we are the soldiers, we that we are very powerful, we that we control these resources. How can you that is far or inferior to us be calling us? You are lowly. You don't have rights. We don't deserve to receive such kind of call from you. So they keep on saying this, and it's also get to a point that they said, okay, you have been claiming that you are a messenger of Allah, but what we know is that if Allah intends to send messenger for us, Allah will have sent an angel. It will have been an angel, not a human being like you. Like Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Fusilat, Allah says, فَإِنْ هَارُدُوا فَقُلْ أَنذَرْتُكُمْ صَاعِقَةً مِثْلَ صَاعِقَةِ عَادٍ وَثَمُودٍ. So, you know, before then, Allah has been telling Prophet Muhammad to warn people of Makkah, the mushrikun, of what? Of shirk they are performing. Then Allah said, if they persist in their shirk and kufru, Prophet should give them example of people of Hud and Thamud. Why was those two specifically mentioned in that instance or circumstance? Because these people, they happen to inhabit Arabian Peninsula. So Had and Hud, it is not possible for people of Arabian Peninsula to say they have not heard about them. They should have heard about them because they are from their land. They were in a place that is very, very close to Yemen. That is southern part of the Arabian Peninsula. In fact, specifically, people of Hud, that is Ad, they inhabited a place that is called Aqaf. And that is a sand dune. And that Aqaf is a place between Oman, today Oman, and Hadramaut, which is very close to Yemen. And all these places, they are part of the Arabian Peninsula. So it is not actually very possible that they shouldn't have heard about it. So now Allah is telling Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu to give them example of people, their neighbors who are destroyed. If you say you did not hear about people of Musa, or you don't know about them, it's far from you. If you say you don't know about people of Isa, it's far from you. If you say you don't know about people of even Prophet Ibrahim, okay, about people of Hud. And even Ibrahim was later than them. It was later after these people that Prophet Ibrahim came. So Allah said, give them example. So if it is words they think they have, people, the art they have it better than them. If it is power they think they have, they have it what? They have it better than them. If it is military might they think they have, they have it better than them. Anything they think they have, these people have it better than them. So if they reject the message, so Allah said, give them example of people of Ad and what? And Thamud. It's just that Rusul. When the messenger came to them, from both directions, messenger come to them all the time. So whenever they violate the law of Allah, whenever they digress, whenever they slip from the right path, Allah send messenger to them, to remind them, to bring them back to the path. Allah said, when messenger was sent to them, فَقَالُوا لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا لَأَنزَلَ مَلَائِكَةً لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا لَأَنزَلَ مَلَائِكَةً. They said, no, we don't believe you. Had it been Allah want to send messenger to us, it will have been an angel, not you. There are many points for us to note here. Just like the behavior of all other people, like you have mentioned, this same thing they said, people of Hud, people of Prophet Nuh, they said it. People of Prophet Ibrahim said it. People of Prophet Isa said it. People of Prophet Musa, they said it. People of most of the prophets, they said it. Even people of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, the mushrikun of Makkah that time, they said the same thing, that Allah will have sent an angel, not you, a human being. In other words, they don't believe or they don't assume that a human being can be. They even told Prophet Sallallahu that what type of messenger are you? That you eat food, but tamshi fil aswaq, and you also go to market. No, we don't believe. So these people, they said the same thing. But there's one very important thing. They said, لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا. They didn't say, لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكَ or لَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ. They said, لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا. And this is Hikmatul A-Ibtilah. So, which means they recognize the rububiyyah of Allah. Which means they acknowledge what? The rububiyyah of Allah. And they also believe that Allah is their what? Their Rabb. Which means they did not dispute the existence of Allah. Which means they did not dispute what? That Allah is existing. And they did not dispute his what? His rububiyyah. They didn't dispute it. But despite that fact, they are still violating the law of Allah. Despite that fact, Allah sent messenger to them. Despite that fact, Allah destroyed them when they become heedless. The lesson here is that the fact that somebody claimed that he believed in Allah, or somebody claimed that he know Allah exists, or somebody claimed that he believed in Allah, is not sufficient except he practice what he claimed. Because these people, just like it is a fast, it's Allah that is giving a report about them. They said, لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا. This is a sign that they know that there's Allah that is called Rabb, and they believe that that Rabb is their Rabb. They attributed to themselves Rabbuna. Not only that, it means they also believe in angel, which is one of the what? One of the foundation of Iman. One of the Arkan al-Iman, to have faith in Malaika. Which means they also believe in the existence of angel. So this is part of the what? Part of the foundation of Iman. But that did not save them from being punished by Allah. And that did not save them from what? From receiving punishment from Allah, from being destroyed. So the great lesson here is that Shaitan sometimes deceive people, because that was the deception Shaitan gave them. The deception is that they assume they believe in Allah, they assume they know Allah, they assume Allah is their Rabb, they have the Iman, they believe in Rububiyyah. In fact, we later come to another place when Allah denied them rain, when there was drought in their town. So, and they have idols they worship. But they did not think of praying to those idols to give them rain. They sent delegation to Mecca because they know Mecca is the house of Allah. You can imagine the level of their iman. You can imagine the level of their faith in Allah. But despite that, they were committing other form of shirk and kufr. Despite that fact, they were morally degraded. Despite that fact, Allah sent messenger to them and Allah punished them. So the meaning of this is that we should not assume that since I have been claiming that a Muslim, since I've been claiming that I go to Hajj, these people, they went to Mecca to pray to Allah. Which means they believe in what? In the house of Allah. They also believe in going to Hajj. They believe in angel. They believe in Allah as being a Rabb. These are the pillars of Islam. These are the pillars of Iman. But they are still committing shirk some other places. So which means claiming or assuming that you are a Muslim and you are violating Allah's law or you are committing shirk in some other way cannot be sufficient, and cannot save you from being saved, or cannot make you to be a mu'min until your iman is complete. And that is the implication of the verse Allah mentioned in Surah Al-An'am about Prophet Ibrahim, when he said, فَأَيُّ الْفَرِقَيْنِ أَحَقُّ بِالْأَمْنِ. So who among you and I deserve security from Allah? Allah said, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَلَمْ يَلْبِسُوا إِيمَانَهُمْ بِظُلْمٍ أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمُ الْأَمْنُ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمْ. So these are the people that have amn, that have security, and these are the people that are guided. So in other words, Shaitan deception, one of the deception of Shaitan is that the fact that you claim that you're a Muslim, you pray in the masjid, you go to Hajj, you believe Allah exists. So sometimes when you do some other thing, it doesn't count, or you will not be punished for it, or it doesn't make you to be a kafir. But this is a clear evidence that from these people, it is clear from the statement of the Quran and from all the acts that they also believe in Allah. They believe Allah's existence, they believe in angel, they believe in rububiyyah of Allah. That is why they said, لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا لَأَنزَلَ وَتْ مَلَائِكَةً. But they did not believe in their messenger. So, when this happened, in fact, when they said this, they said, وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا لَأَنزَلَ وَتْ مَلَائِكَةً. They said, فَإِنَّا بِمَا أُرْسِلْتُ بِهِ كَافِرُونَ. They said, we don't believe in what you have come with. Because, and their problem is that they don't believe and people that believe in him are sent by Allah. So because maybe by their status, like you have mentioned, they use status to judge. They use the fact that it's a human being to judge. They use the word, the social status to judge. Because of this, we don't believe him. And that's also some of the problem we have in our society these days. Sometimes people see some people, they said, because of your status, I don't believe you are saying the truth. or because you don't belong to my party, or because you are not from my group, or because I did not study under you, or because you did not study from our school, because of that, whatever you say, I will not believe, or I will not listen to you. So that is not Islam. Islam is one, Allah is one, Messenger is one, Quran is one. So and as long as the message is from Allah and His Messenger, no matter from whose mouth it comes from. So it's not because of the person that is saying it, but because of the message. So we just have to believe and follow it. And that is exactly what this verse is telling us. They said, be what? So we disbelieve in what you have said. So these people, Prophet Nuh, he called them to the path of Allah. He used different methods, just like Prophet Hud, but they keep on to reject. And it gets to a time that they threaten to kill him. They threaten to what? To harm him. So sometimes they will say that this thing they are doing, or the path which they are following or choosing, is actually the path of their forefather. So they mention it, and this is the same thing that happened to all the messengers. When Allah sent messenger to them, they will say, this their path is what? Is the path of their father. They will not stop it. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ اتَّبِعُوا مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ قَالُوا بَلْ نَتَّبِعُ مَا أَلْفَيْنَا عَلَيْهِ آبَاءَنَا أَوَلَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَهْتَدُونَ. When they were told that follow what Allah has sent, follow the messenger, follow what has been revealed by Allah, they will say, بَلْ نَتَّبِعُ مَا أَلْفَيْنَا عَلَيْهِ آبَاءَنَا. No, we follow what we saw, or we met our forefather doing. And that is the similitude, that is the case of so many people on the heart service today. So when they are practicing a particular heart, when you tell them, they say, no, this is the tradition of our forefather, and we not allow you to what? To go into extinction. We not allow you to stop. We not allow you to die. We have to what? We have to continue it. Then Allah is asking them, أَوَلَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُكُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا. What about when your forefather was doing those things? What about if they did not have sense? Are you not supposed to have more sense than them? Don't you claim to be more civilized? Do they have access to the same technology you have that time? Do they have access to the same level of knowledge you have? Do they have access to the same advancements? No, which means their level of understanding and development should be lower than you. You should be better than them. So why will you now claim that? And it's actually Shaitan that used that method to deceive them. But these people, they said the same thing. They said, no, we are going to remain on the path of our forefather. So not only that, they also claim that they have power, they have energy, they have strength. So in that verse, in Surah Al-Fusilat, Allah said, when Allah said, فَأَمَّا آدُمْ فَاسْتَكْبَرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بِغَيْرِ الْحَقِّ. They become arrogant in the land without any justification. وَقَالُوا مَنْ أَشَدُّ مِنَّا قُوَّةً. Then they say, who is more powerful than us? In other words, we are more powerful than anybody around us. In this land, or in this earth, or in this planet, they say nobody is more powerful than us. Then Allah said, أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّ اللَّهَ الَّذِي خَلَقَهُمْ هُوَ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ قُوَّةً. Can't they imagine? Can't they think? Because this is a messenger from Allah that is sent to them. Can't they imagine that Allah that created them? Let's assume you have power. Agreed? We agree. But you are created by a being, by Allah. Don't you imagine, don't you think, are you not logical, that Allah that created you, He is more powerful than you. He created you in the first place. He should be powerful than you. So how will you be claiming that when Ashab to be Nakuwa? And the message you are being given is from that same Allah. And they always want to oppose the verse of Allah. Whenever verse of Allah, the message of Allah is read to them, is mentioned to them, they keep on to reject and to oppose it with all their efforts and energy. They keep on to what? To go against it. Allah says, فَأَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ رِيحًا صَرْصَرًا فِي أَيَّامٍ نَحِسَةٍ. So when they disbelieve and they fail to follow the path of Allah and obey the messenger, Allah will send a very fast wind against them. So the story had it that when people of Prophet Hud, when they started to reject the message of Allah, so it get to a point that they started to have droughts repeatedly. Every year there will be no rain. And that was not the practice. Of course, that area received very low rainfall. There's a place they call Rukun Khawali. So there's a place they call an empty place. Nobody live around that place. So it received more than 50 millimeters of rain per annum yearly. And it's very close to this place. Although the area they inhabited, it received very low rainfall yearly, but nonetheless they also receive rainfall. But there was a time that no rainfall throughout the year for several years. They will experience drought. So now it came to them to what? To pray for rain. Before we go there, you see this thing that you're experiencing, it is actually a warning or a minor punishment. It's a punishment, but it's a minor punishment from Allah. And that is to tell us that whenever there is no rainfall, in fact, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "Khamsun bi khamsin." There are 5 sins. Whenever you commit those 5 sins, Allah will respond to them by 5 different punishments. And this example. So we should also remember that this same thing that is happening to them, it happened to people of Fir'aun. That Allah give them 5 different signs. One of them is that there was a time there was no water. There was a time their river become bloody. There was a time there was locusts cover everywhere in their land. They cannot. There was a time frog everywhere in their room, their land, their field, their farm, everywhere covered by what? Frog. All these are signs from Allah. And sometimes we also see some of these signs in our society. But instead of us to come back to our mind that this is a warning from Allah, this is a minor punishment, let me seek for forgiveness from my sin. Because that was the same thing that happened to them. But instead of them yielding, instead of them becoming heedful, like people of Abraham, they were not heedful. They keep on in their what? In their misguidance and violation of the law of Allah. So these people of Hud, for many good years, you remember that was the case of people of Prophet Yusuf also in Misr. So as a punishment for them. So they did not receive rain for 7 good years. And that is the dream the king had then. That was interpreted by Prophet Yusuf. So even people of Hud, they were also punished that way. And that is to tell us that we may also be experiencing that thing. Whenever there is drought, we don't need to waste any energy. The problem is that you have crossed the red line. You have violated the law of Allah. You have violated the principle of Tawhid and what? And Iman. So if you want it to be reversed, if you want it to be corrected, then you should change. You should turn over a new leaf. That's the solution. So these people, when this happened, they decided to pray for rainfall. That's another thing you should have to understand. You remember that from the beginning we said, these people, they said, لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا لَأَنزَلَ مَنْ مَلَائِكَةً. In other words, they believe in Rububiyyah of Allah. They believe in what? In Malaika, which is one of the what? Usul Iman. Arkanul Iman is one of them. So they have Tawhid Rububiyyah again, isn't it? So here again, when this happened to them, what did they say? Mind you, we said they have idols they worship. They have 3 good idols. Like people of Makkah at that time and people of Prophet Nuh, whenever they have a problem, they have dedicated idols they normally pray for different problems. So you don't have child, this is the idol that solves that problem. Or this is the gods. Or you don't have rainfall, this is the god. But for them, they did not think of praying to their God. What did they think of? They think of praying to Allah. And not even only praying to Allah in their town, they sent delegation to Makkah from Aqaf, from Adramaut, close to Yemen. They sent people. And this is a very far distance. You can imagine how they believe in the power of Allah. But despite that, they are still committing shirk. From Adramaut or from Aqaf to Makkah is about 1,600 and something or 260 kilometers. This is a very long distance. And means of transportation at that time is not as easy as means of transportation nowadays. So I'm trying to say here is that it means they know there is Allah. It means they believe in power of Allah. It means they know it's Allah that can do it. They want to pray to Allah. They did not pray to Allah in their town. They send delegation to which means they believe that around Makkah, prayer is answered there. Is that not so? But they did not remove them from being violator of the law of Allah. This is not exempt them from being punished by Allah. This is not exempt them from being what? Mushrikun. Because they still violate the principle of what? Tawhid. So now, when they send delegation to Makkah, so the narration had it that they sent 70 delegation. And in addition to this 70 delegation, there are 5 men that were asked to lead this 70 delegation. In other words, they have a total of 75 people that were sent to what? To Makkah, to pray to Allah for rainfall. So these people, when they get to Makkah, they descended in a place that is outskirts of Makkah, not inside the Haram. You know the Haram of Makkah is about 12 kilometers in all directions. From the place where the Kaaba is located, when you travel 12 kilometers in all directions, that is Haram. But where they settle when they arrive is outside that Haram. In other words, they did not enter Haram. In other words, if they have entered Haram, that is part of that sacred place, it will have been part of the Haram. But it was outskirts, which means it is outskirts of where? Mecca. And they resided with a man they call Muawiyah bin Bakr. So this Muawiyah bin Bakr, he is one of the descendants of one of the second Hajj, because this Hajj that we are talking about, Quran refers them to Adul what? Ula. And there's another Hajj that is the Adul Akhirah, the second Hajj. So this Hajj, the second Hajj. So this Bakri, he has 3 children. One of them is this Muawiyah we are talking about. Then he also have 2 women. So this Bakri is one of his sisters. So this Muawiyah, one of his sisters among the 2 female. She married another person in Mecca. Sorry, in Hadramaut, in Yemen, where these people have come from. In other words, there's one of the delegation that came to Yemen at that time that Muawiyah is a what? Maternal uncle to, because his mother, his sister married in them. Not only that, this same Muawiyah, he has a daughter, and his daughter is given to marry one of the delegation. In other words, this delegation that came and settled with him and stayed with him is related to them, 2 of them in different ways. One of them is a maternal uncle to him. Another of them is a son-in-law to him. So when they settle with him, they feel at home. They felt at home. Because the person they are staying with is related to them by what? By marriage and by blood. So they believe, or they act as if they are what? They are at home. They feel relaxed and comfortable. When they get there, they forget what they have come for, and they forget they have to go back home. When they are stayed there, it's up to 1 month. Muawiyah, who they were staying with, which is the son of Bakri that we are talking about, he was very angry about them that, why are these people? Why are they too negligent? They have come for, your people are in trouble. They are in trouble, they are in drought, there is drought in their town. They don't have rainfall. That is why you have been sent here to come and pray for rainfall. And for you, instead of you, when you arrive here, to quickly go to Mecca and pray for rainfall, you settle here, you are enjoying your life, and you forget about why you have come. He was very angry, but he was shy to tell them, to either tell them or to ask them to leave because of his relationship with them. He was feeling shy. So that is another good quality. Look at these people. Look at what we have been talking about them, and look at this also quality. Just like Prophet Muhammad, when the Sahaba, when they enter his house to eat food, sometimes they will sit down, but Prophet will feel shy to ask them to leave, which means a very good character. Though Allah corrected him, Allah said, Prophet was being shy to ask them to leave. Wallahu la yastahi min al-haq. But for Allah, Allah told them that no, Allah is not shy from the truth. So in other words, this man was shy to tell these people that it is high time they go to fulfill the mission that has brought them, or they should leave him alone. Now he mentioned these people who have stayed with him. Like I mentioned, some of the reasons why they have decided to stay and feel comfortable when we are at him. Number 1 is that they are related to him in 2 ways. Number 2 is that they were being entertained on regular or daily basis. So this Muawiyah, he has 2 slave girls. These 2 slave girls, they were good in the heart of entertainment. So every day they will be singing for these people, like we have it in the world today. So people will be singing, and female will be dancing for them. So they were doing the same thing. So which means this act of music industry and entertainment industry is actually return of Jahiliyyah. Because this exactly thing that they are doing today, that was exactly the way they used to do it before Allah destroyed those people. Even during the time Allah sent Prophet Musa, this thing was common among the people of Arab, among the Arab, when Allah sent Prophet Musa. So these people, they will sit down, they will be fed, and they will drink wine, and female slave girls will sing and dance for them. So they are enjoying their life. So they forget to go back where? To go back home. Or to even fulfill the mission that has brought them. So they were lost in enjoyment. But the person that was receiving them, the host, was not happy with them. So he was now thinking, what am I going to do? So he mentioned this to some of the guests that used to entertain them. And they said, what he should do is that he should compose a poem. He should compose a poem, and he should teach them the poem. So when it is the time for them to entertain them, they will sing that poem. So it will be the music they will sing to them. So he agreed to that, and he taught them, and he composed the poem, and he taught it to them. And when they want to entertain them, these two ladies, they sang it. And when their leader, when he heard this, he quickly came back to his sense that, oh, they have not done well. So he quickly go to Mecca to pray for rain with his people. But when he was about to go, there's one of them that came with them among the 75 delegation. There's one of them that has accepted Islam, but he was hiding his Islam. He accepted Islam, but he was what? He was hiding his Islam. Just like we used to have during the time of different messengers, like we have during the time of Prophet Musa with Pharaoh. There is one person that believe among the people of Pharaoh that believe. He was hiding it. He always with them. So whenever they want to take decision, he will always go against it. When they want to kill Musa, he say, "Ataqtuluna rajulan an yaqula Rabbi Allah." Why do you want to kill him? He was hiding his iman. Even these people, he was among them, but he never showed them that he's a Muslim. He has believed in Allah. He was hiding his iman. So when they were about to go, that was the time he wanted to reveal Islam. He now told them that if you go to Mecca to pray, if you go to Haram to pray for rainfall, Allah will not give you rainfall. He said, what will give you rainfall is for you to go back home and heed the message of your messenger. Go and listen to the message of the messenger Allah has sent to you. In other words, if you want rainfall, the only thing that will give you rainfall is to what? To follow prophethood. To agree to what prophethood has been calling you to. Except you do that, what you are going to do in Mecca. The meaning is that what has caused droughts, what has caused failure of rainfall in the first place is because, you see, look at it. When they were violating law of Allah, when they are what? Violating, Allah did not stop any enjoyment. They were having enough rainfall, everything they want in life, they were getting it. And yet they were committing shirk, kufuru, arrogance, indecency. They were committing it, but Allah did not stop any enjoyment. Do you know the time Allah stopped it? When Allah sent a messenger to correct their evil deeds, and they did not heed the instruction of the messenger, that is when Allah stopped it. And that is going to be our case. You see, when you are violating the law of Allah, like Allah said, so we will not punish until we send the messenger. And that is exactly what happened. Allah did not punish them. Despite the fact that they are violating the law of Allah, no punishment. They have enough rainfall, they are having their children, they are having everything the normal way it's supposed to go. But they are violating the law of Allah. Which means you enjoying your life or having whatever you want in life may not be a sign of Allah's pleasure. It may just be a sign of the fact that Allah is what? Allah doesn't punish until you are what? You are warned. Like sometimes when you see some people who are great sinners, who are evildoers, yet they get everything they want. Allah will not stop it. So these people, this moment, this believer among them, he told them that you going to Haram to pray, and mind you, prayer in Haram is a prayer that its answer is guaranteed. If you want Allah to answer your prayer, when you pray in that area, so Allah has made it a law that anybody that prayed in that area, his prayer will be answered. But how did this man understand? The reason is that what you can imagine, you have disobeyed a messenger of Allah and you want to go and pray to Allah. Is that not ironical? I sent a messenger to you, you disobey him, then you want to come to me to talk to me. How? That was what that man was saying, that you going to Haram to pray will not bring you rainfall. It will never bring you rainfall. What can bring rainfall for you is for you to go back home and listen to Hud. Listen to what Prophet Hud has been telling you. If you do that, you see that rainfall. It's a moment among them. So their leader, the leader of this delegation, he was very angry, and he told Muawiyah, who was hosting them, that he should restrain him, and he should stop him from following them. That he should not even follow them to Haram to pray for rainfall. So, and that was done, and he was refrained. He did not follow them. And of course, he will not even follow them, because what he has said is exactly the truth. That praying there will not give them rainfall. What will give them rainfall is to heed, to listen to the message of Allah that is being delivered to them. So they go ahead to Haram, to Mecca, to Kaaba, and pray to Allah. So when they pray, then the leader of the delegation, he saw three color of cloud. He saw three color of cloud on the sky. One is black, one is white, and one is red. And a caller from behind the cloud called that these are the clouds. Which of them do you choose? Choose one. So he said he chose the black cloud because that black cloud it gives more rainfall. Then after he had chosen it, then a call comes from behind the cloud again that what he has said is not going to be the case. He said this black cloud that he has chosen is actually going to produce fast wind that is going to be what? A means of their destruction. There is something we have to understand here. Because what happened here, it is captured in Surah Al-Aqab. When they were there in Kaaba praying, and the cloud appeared, and there was a communication between the leader and the caller from behind the cloud. So immediately that was done. Then a fast wind emanated, and it started to come from their valley in what? In Aqab. And that is exactly what the Quran was referring to Surah Al-Aqab. فَلَمَّا رَوْهَاهُ أَعْرِضًا مُسْتَقْبِلَ أَوْدِيَةٍ قَالُوا هَذَا عَارِضٌ مُمْطِرُنَا. When they see the rainfall, when they see the wind, it was not even a rainfall. So, you know, when there is cloud, it used to be preceded with what? With wind. And there's another great lesson here. You see, these people, they pray for rainfall. And wind started. You see, Prophet Muhammad, whenever there is a cloud, and they were expecting rainfall, Prophet normally go to where? He normally go to Masjid. And he will go and pray to Allah that this rainfall should not be, or should not end up being what? A punishment. But it should be what? A mercy. Anytime there is cloud, Prophet will go to the Masjid and pray to Allah. But the reverse is the case among us today. Whenever, if you are in the Masjid and you see rainfall, you will run to your house. And little did we know that sometime this cloud you see as a means of rainfall, it can turn to punishment the same way it turned to punishment for people of Lut. And that was why if Prophet Muhammad did not feel comfortable or did not feel assured, despite being a prophet, that even this cloud we see can result in punishment, why would we that we see regularly on regular basis, why should you feel comfortable and relaxed when you see cloud that it is going to be rainfall, a rain of mercy? And that is why Prophet also told us that when we see such, we pray to Allah, Allahumma sayyiban nafi'an. So Allah make it to be a beneficial rainfall, because it can turn to punishment. You should pray and you should be fearful. So these people, when they pray and the wind emanated, so it started to emanate from their valley. So and some of them, when they see it, because they have been denied for rainfall for years. So when they saw this, they were very happy and they thought it's going to be what they were expecting. All of them rushed towards to the edge of the valley. So and this rainfall became very fast, and it pulled them from the leg and it threw them away, and they died. Only one of them. And that one, he was afraid and he was clinging to one of the rock there. Then Prophet Hud told him that the only thing that can save you here is to accept Allah and to follow my message. He said, if I do that, what will be my reward? He said, Allah is going to put you in Jannah. He said, I can see something behind this cloud. What is that? He said, it's the angel of Allah. He said, what are they doing? They are here, they are the one controlling the wind, and they are the one apportioning the punishment. So if I follow you, am I not going to be punished by them? Say, no, you will not be punished. They will not punish you. So the reason why you are being punished is because you failed to follow the message of Allah. Immediately you submit and you follow Allah, they will not punish you. And he accepted this, and that man was saved. That is why in that verse Allah said, it destroyed to that miru kulla shay'in bi amri rabbiha. It destroyed everything except what Allah wished. One of the things Allah wished is their house. And that some of these people, good, and some of the people that believe in people is good. So from here, we are able to understand that people of Hud, they exhibited many traits and attributes of believers, but they also engaged in shirk and kufru and many disobedience and moral degradation. So because of that, their iman, their tawheed was not reckoned with. Like they mentioned, لَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّنَا لَأَنزَلَ مَلَائِكَةً. malaika. So which means they believe in rubi of Allah. When they say la anzala malaika, which means they believe in the existence of malaika, imanu bil malaika, isn't it? Now when they have drought, when they have problem of rainfall, they think of praying to Allah, and they went to Kaaba in Mecca, isn't it? This is all sign of iman, belief. So which means you praying, you fasting, you going to Hajj is not sufficient. Your iman, your tawhid must be completed. It must be complementary. That is why the kalma tawhid, la ilaha illallah, it has two parts. You know, many people, they are successful in the first part, they fail in the second part. The first part is what? Illallah. Most of us, we don't have problem with illallah. But where we have problem is what? La ilaha. Even these people, they believe in illallah. That is why they say Rabbuna. That's why they say Malaika. That's why they go to Haram to pray to Makkah. But La ilaha, that we can still worship some other thing. We can still pray some other thing for power, for help, for whatever. Like some people also today, they call themselves Muslim, but they don't see anything wrong in doing magic to get some power or to get some things they want in this world. They don't see anything wrong. They don't see anything wrong in sihr. And this is the case of these people of good. And they were punished, they were destroyed. Because that what they did, because La ilaha illallah is complementary, it must be complete. And that was the meaning of the statement, Allazina amanu wa lam yalbisu imanahum. So that's the meaning. So if you have iman and you contaminate your iman bi dhulmi bi kufr wa bi shirkin, so fala iman. There's no iman for you. So this is exactly the case of people of good. So I've been notified that our time is up. Inshallah, we'll stop on this note. We'll continue from there next week. May Allah make it easy for us. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik. Inshallah, ila anta astaghfiruka. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khairan. So that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to what we are going to do. So my question is that what's the meaning of wood? You mean, and is there any similarity between wood and the Jabal of wood in Mecca?
Jabal of what?
Wood, the Jabal.
No, they are not actually the same meaning. I mean the same spelling. So the spelling are not the same thing. But I don't know the meaning of this wood, the name of Prophet wood. I don't know the meaning actually. No.
Yeah. So that's a question. So we'll continue to this inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
جزاكم الله خير.
السلام عليكم.